Psalm 100. We've can't help it. I don't know what to do about it. I can't. I just am at a snail's pace. Okay. Let's read from verse 1. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. That to me, it sets the tone. This is not a, furl your brow. It's so serious and so, it sets it up for joy and not frivolity, but a lightness. Okay. We talked about the very first sentence of verse 3 last time. Know that the Lord is good. I've been reminded of my own need to remind myself that the Lord is good. And I know this intellectually, but it's like one of those, it's like a file you keep in your file cabinet or on your computer, but you just don't ever open it. I know it, but it doesn't often enough move from this intellectual file cabinet down into my emotions, my feelings, my affections. Okay. Then the psalmist goes on, it is he who made us, and we are his. I feel sorry for secular evolutionists because the theme, the starting point for Darwinian evolution is whatever you see, everything you see, it is there as a result of random chance over time. There's all kinds of stuff out there about Darwin and how he gets a bad rap and he wasn't just this evil guy. It's probably true. I do know this, though. His theory of evolution has given generations of people a reason to organize life around the idea that God is unnecessary and probably doesn't even exist. I know that sounds harsh. I know if you're a biology teacher, you think I'm a bigot. I also know that science is not an enemy. I don't view science as the enemy. Research is not the enemy. I will say, though, when a person's worldview is that we are made by our Creator God and we are sustained by Him, it transforms not only what we do, but how we do it. Know that the Lord is God. It's not chance. It's not fate. It's not kismet. The Lord is God, and it is He who made us. We're not here accidentally. We're not here by chance. We were made by God. One of my favorite phrases, probably in the entire Bible, but you already realize that when my category for favorite phrases is in the hundreds, but it comes from the Apostle Paul in Ephesians chapter 2 when he says, we are His workmanship. That word for workmanship, you probably already know, in the Greek is poema. And we get our English word poem from that. Poems that I know of, don't just happen by chance. They happen by thought and process. We are his workmanship. Some translations even call it, we are his craftsmanship. We are his masterpiece. We are he made us. Now, that to me opens up a whole bunch of potential ideas. And so I'm going to open a few of them. One is he made us by intention. Okay. Go back to the very first sentence in this verse. Know that the Lord is God. One of the aspects of God is his omniscience, meaning he knows everything. For a being who knows everything, that being doesn't make mistakes. It's possible. Excuse me. It's possible. Where'd that come from? It's possible that the artistic potter would begin making his pot, mug, cup, whatever it is, and in the process realize that's not how I want it to be. So he would smash it down and start again. But that's not how God does it. He makes us intentionally according to his design without mistake. That's hard sometimes to believe. In my quiet time this morning, I've begun in my quiet time writing a gratitude journal. I've talked about this. It's a healthy thing to do, a smart thing to do. But in it, one of the things that occurred to me is, God, I'm so grateful that you believe about me what I struggle to believe about myself. And when he makes us according to a design that really is more artistic and dynamic, even dramatic, beautiful than we imagine. Now, here's the thing that I also believe is part of this. When he made us, part of what he made us with is free will. And I could talk about free will for a long time, but I'm going to just pretty much leave it at this. God creates us according to his design by his intention. And once he has created us, he permits us, by giving us this free will, he permits us to develop and grow to fully embody, or at least more fully embody, progressively embody his intentional design for us. Meaning, in my opinion, the creative process continues until we die. And then I'm not sure after that, but maybe it continues then. Okay. It is he who made us, and we are his. Important point. We are his. He's given us free will. And when we engage our free will to reflect the fact that we're His, our lives become, well, all kinds of things. One is because His design for us is that we would be and become like Him. Back in Genesis chapter 1, the Trinity, in my opinion, spoke with each other, and they said, let us make man in our own image. Now, that there's some important and intriguing things about that idea. One is, making him in our image means we have a design. Let's make him, and in that case, he was the Trinity. We're talking about Adam, the first individual. According to our image, according to our design, we have a design for him, and we will make him according to that design. Again, this comes back to, this is not a random thing. Adam was not created by chance. It was created by design. A second possibility, and I think it's not like you choose one or the other of these, is that let us make man in our image, in our likeness. Now, you have to be intelligent with interpreting that, or else you come up with the New Age idea that we're all gods. That's not what it means. It means He has planted His nature in us, and part of our mandate is to grow and develop more and more according to His nature. What is the number one thing, the biggest thing about God's nature is, according to the Apostle John, is love. He said, God is love. When I live into, I'm not sure I can live up to, I'm not that capable, but I can make effort by His grace, empowered by Him to reflect His nature. He made us and we are His, and I want to reflect that in my life. And maybe the most significant way I can do that is by love. This is not easy for anybody, I don't think. It's easier for some than it is for others, but it's not easy for anybody I know. It's sure not easy for me. Because for me to reflect His love, that kind of love, in the world around me, I have to give up this ambition to get it what I want. Which is self-love. Okay, we're His people, the sheep of His pasture. We're His. He sees us for who we are as people, imperfect, broken, limited, sheep. There's a reason why the writers of the Old and New Testament often use sheep as a metaphor for us in relationship to God. I've told you this a long time ago, but one of my sons-in-law is a vocational agriculture teacher. I asked him, tell me about sheep. And he laughed and he said, well, the most important thing you need to know about sheep is that they're stupid. Yeah, we are the sheep of His pasture. We don't have to find our own pasture. Well, okay, what are you going to take from this? For me, it is this the truth that needs to ring constantly in my mind. I am created on purpose, for a purpose, by a God who doesn't do things randomly or by chance. And he's given me this privilege to live into that. Well, all right. See you next time. Sorry I went over time.